Okay, hi guys. Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to share with you 3 things that I wish I knew when I first started calisthenics. I think some of these things would have made my calisthenics journey a little bit easier, or at least manage my expectations about how long this would take. And as you know, there were not that many mentors in calisthenics, as in, weightlifting. So the first thing I wish I knew was how long calisthenics actually takes. And for me, it takes a few years. And some people say they can do it in a few months, but they must be like beasts. Anyways, but I think the main setback is really your strength. I know like a lot of people like to use resistance bands. I personally don't believe in it. Maybe if you have a strong enough band, but you really need to have the perfect technique. Okay, so the second thing I wish I knew when I was practicing was not to focus so much on the static progressions, like just tuck or advanced tuck or straddle tuck or something, It's okay to work on that, but it's not going to help you very much to progress to the next progression. So what you really want to do is try dynamics, where you're moving and getting comfortable in different positions. You want to do it nice and slow and controlled, unless you're working on like explosive movements like the muscle ups or explosive push-ups. Some dynamic movements might be like going from an inverted tuck to like a L-sit tuck, or like a tucked handstand to tuck planche or something, or just moving around, kind of like. So the last lesson I learned, and actually this one is probably the most key, is that you can do dynamic movements with an easier variation. So let me explain. So maybe you're trying to do an advanced tuck, or like a straddle tuck. Then you can pare it back down and do practice different movements in the tucked position. So as I was showing you before, you can go from a tucked inverted tuck to tuck lever to a tuck L-sit. Go back and forth in that movement, or even do tuck rows, And then once you get comfortable in those positions and movement pattern, then you can slowly make it a little bit more difficult and spread out your legs a little bit, so it's more like an advanced tuck. But then you're doing inverted advanced tuck to advanced tuck lever to advanced tuck L-sit, and so on, or like a advanced tuck row. So a few things here is, not only do you get comfortable in these different positions in the easier form, but you can get in more repetitions because it's an easier variation. Say for instance, if you were working on your advanced tuck, and then you just hold it for a few seconds, then you're exhausted. But if you go back, scale back, do your tuck lever, and do those repetitions, then you can get in more volume for your training. And so this is how you can train some of the more advanced calisthenic moves. This is how I learned the handstand to planche, or handstand, or the 90-degree push-up. You know, just try it in a tuck variation, just a little bit easier. And then once you're strong enough, then you can do the full handstand to, you know, your 90-degree push-up and all the way back. Okay, so just to wrap up, these are the 3 things I wish I knew when I started my calisthenics journey. I think they could have maybe even sped up some of my progress. But yeah, it takes a few years to develop these skills. And so just remember, you know, go back to basics, build up your strength, work on your dynamics. You know, you can do statics, it's fine, but if you want to progress, work on your dynamics. And then, of course, the third key, this principle, is just to scale back, do an easier variation in these dynamics. And then I think you'll see a lot of progress. So let me know if you have any lessons that you learned in the comments. And hit the like and subscribe button, or share with your friends. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.